Fundamentally, VSP1, it's all about operational simplicity. We want to help customers modernize and give them that value proposition of simplicity, of sustainability, of having solutions that transcend the traditional data center into the cloud.
Hi, I'm Scott Sinclair with the Enterprise Strategy Group, and I'm here at Hitachi Vantara's offices with
Octavio Tanase, Chief Product Officer.
And we're going to be discussing the next step in the VSP1 journey.
Face this camera.
Take one.
Octavian, it is great to talk to you again. I'm super excited to be here. I've been following VSP1 since the original announcement, and excited to see the VSP1 in the background. And really, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Before we really get into it, though, I just wanted to say how excited I am to have this chat. I've been following VSP1 since the initial announcement, a big fan of the platform vision that you guys have put out. But actually speaking of that vision, I'd love it if you could kind of give me a little bit more background and kind of talk through some of the vision behind VSP1.
Well, our approach is pretty simple. We want to innovate and co-innovate with partners and customers. And we really pay attention to tech trends, technology trends, as well as an ecosystem in which we operate, right? We're in network storage, we deal with virtualization, networking, compute data protection. So that's the realm in which we operate. So the vision of VSP1 was laid out about a year ago. And the idea was to really improve the operational simplicity, for people deploying storage infrastructure and unify both the data and control plane. So somebody who has an application and is trying to manage an SLO for the infrastructure is able to, in a very simple way, manage the data, whether it's residing in a block storage array, in an unstructured data repository, be it file or object. We also wanted to build a platform that can transcend the traditional data center into the cloud, both public and private.
Yeah, and it makes so much sense. One of the things that we do at Enterprise Strategy Group is we do a tremendous amount of research. And a couple stats just always stick in my mind. One of which is nearly every organization, 91%, identify that data center modernization delivers a competitive advantage. As much as, press the cloud gets, the data center is the core of so many businesses. And it can't be forgotten. So we got to modernize it. But at the same time, one of the other big stats that I always think about is 80% of admins say they're under pressure to add more and more responsibilities to their job. Because, at the end of the day, that job continues to evolve. So we have to modernize, but at the same time, we can't add complexity. We can't keep adding new things that I have to learn. And the only way to really do that is to embrace transformation, embrace modernization from a platform perspective where you're consolidating. And I think that's one of the things that really stood out to me as part of the VSP1 vision. And I'm excited to kind of talk about the next step in that journey that is that VSP1 vision with the upcoming announcement. So what is in the new announcement? What's new?
So we're delivering a couple of key capabilities of the platform. Number one, we're building into the platform the QLC technology. That gives customers very dense flash systems that are really optimized for the read-intensive AI type of workloads. So we're very excited about that. We believe that the QLC technology will be broadly deployed in the industry. And we are launching this with the right capability from the telemetry point of view. We want to make sure that the customers are using it for the right workload. And in some cases, they will take advantage of capacity flash with QLC. In some cases, they would want kind of the fast flash, that TLC provides, that gives them more flexibility and higher, perhaps, capabilities from the latency, point of view. The second thing that we're delivering is we're completing our vision around VSP1, family of products, introducing VSP1 Object. That comes on the heels of us delivering VSP1 SDS, VSP1 Block, VSP1 File. So we have brought into the market a product that really delivers on the promise to deliver great price performance, intrinsic security, and that scalability that customers are looking for when they choose an object store platform.
You know, one of the things that I really like about VSP1, which I mentioned, right, is how you guys, it's a journey. You continue to augment the platform. I see that with QLC, expanding the different types of media types you support, with Object, the different types of storage protocols and types of applications you support. As you expand the capabilities, what are some of the benefits users can expect?
Fundamentally, VSP1, it's all about operational simplicity. We want to help customers modernize and give them that value proposition of simplicity, of sustainability, of having solutions that transcend the traditional data center into the cloud. VSP1 delivers new replication capabilities where you can take your data either to migrate or DR into the cloud. Many customers value that because there is a whole, perhaps secular movement of being able to take advantage of the innovation that happens in the cloud. Number two, everything that we deliver right now, it's wrapped into modern APIs. RESTful APIs, simple to use. We publish a ton of code that people can just copy and paste to get started. Moreover, we're delivering Ansible, a set of modules that somebody could just craft together into a script, into a whole flow to orchestrate and automate many of the tasks in the data center. And lastly, we continue to evolve our architectures around Hitachi IQ, which fundamentally simplifies the AI pipelines that somebody has to deal with in an enterprise. And we're delivering a new type of GPU set of servers from NVIDIA called HGX.
What I really like about that simplicity story, and it's something that I've seen following the storage industry for decades, right, is years ago we used to talk about simplicity as how many clicks did it take for something to happen. Well, nobody really does that anymore. Environments are way too large. And when you think about simplicity, truly the only way to think about it is when you have to think about it as at an environment level, and particularly around hybrid and multi-cloud. And so what you're doing around the ability to simplify replication and data movement is so important because everybody is moving data all the time because we have essentially every organization is hybrid cloud. And then when you bring up automation, that is also essential. I mean, at the scale that the modern enterprise operates it's not about easy to use, it's about ease of automation. And it's great to see Hitachi Vantara doing this. Beyond simplicity though, what are you guys doing in the area of security?
Well, security is an intrinsic capability of the VSP1 platform. Starting from silicon and a trusted boot into our implementation of NIST standards around FIPS 140-2 and -3, to the immutable snapshots that we provide, to the collaboration that we have with Commvault in delivering anti-ransomware solutions. Security, it's weaved throughout the product system and software to deliver the customers that peace of mind as they use our products. We just secured a self-attestation of compliance with executive order for cybersecurity, something that many customers really value.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, cyber resilience is quickly becoming an essential element of data storage platforms. Absolutely. I mean, and Hitachi Vantara just has a history of not just engineering, but also delivering high availability in your storage platforms. So it's great to see you guys expanding that from essentially resiliency to cyber resilience, which is excellent. One other thing though that came up as you were walking the rundown of the new features was around QLC. When I think QLC, I think about the opportunity to replace spinning hard drives, which makes me think about the ability to reduce power, which ties into a lot of the things Hitachi Vantara is doing around sustainability. Can you walk through some of the maybe Hitachi Vantara's strategy with VSP1 and sustainability?
So I believe sustainability is important to customers and it's important to us as a company. You probably have learned more about Hitachi and our purpose to driving social good. So sustainability falls in that category of perhaps leaving a better planet for our children. But there's also a technical aspect to that. Sustainability, it's helping customers become more efficient as they run their operations by reducing their footprint in the data center or reducing the power that they consume or reducing the need, for cooling. So sustainability, it's hard to implement. It has been built over the years in the systems and the software that we build, and we are delighted to be recognized by Energy Star. And in the spirit of the Olympics, we got the gold medal, the silver, and the bronze in mid-range, capabilities for our systems.
Well, you can't do much better than that. That's just impressive. From the outside view looking in, I kind of talked about this a little bit at the beginning. I'm a fan of the platform vision. I think one of the things that organizations have to embrace is this need to move quickly, to be more agile in how fast they can deliver, but also need to understand, look, it's a hybrid cloud world for the foreseeable future. So we have to modernize everywhere. And the truest way to deliver simplicity is through that consolidation, through that platform vision. But you can't have that without things like security and sustainability. What about Hitachi IQ? How does that fit?
So Hitachi IQ, it's a suite of architectures meant to fundamentally simplify a data pipeline and how we build infrastructure to support the data pipeline in the enterprise. Whether you're doing model training or data preparation or inference, you need storage with different capabilities ranging from scalable and cost-effective to high throughput to super low latency. So Hitachi IQ delivers an integrated solutions of many technologies that can be consumed in a very simple way, automated and supported by Hitachi. The new thing that we're announcing this week is the availability of the HGX platform that gives more flexibility and more performance to a data pipeline. HGX is a technology from NVIDIA and can be delivered either by Supermicro or other partners.
That's impressive. I mean, because we talk about how valuable data is quite a bit, but it's only valuable if you can actually unlock that value. And AI and generative AI and many of these data-intensive workloads that many people are turning to NVIDIA and other partners to unlock, it's great to hear that Hitachi Vantara is innovating along those lines to deliver that. And also, if I kind of sum up a lot of the conversation we've had, just the platform vision is just impressive, right? It's about delivering simplicity that crosses the boundaries of location, that can leverage multiple protocols, allow organizations to consolidate workloads, and really simplify through consolidation and commonality. And to me, that's impressive, in addition to the fact that this is just another release that is another step on that journey in that VSP1 vision that we talked about. I just want to thank you so much for your time today.
Well, before we conclude this, perhaps I want to recognize the many unsung heroes that brought this platform to our customers and partners. As you can imagine, it takes a village, and we have engineers in Japan, in the United States, in India, all coming together to build the type of capabilities to delight our customers, to really modernize their data centers, to make them more efficient, to help them with their business and their ability to grow.
It's often kind of forgotten how many brilliant engineers are behind new innovations like this. So thank you so much for your time.
Very good, thank you.